Welcome back. Today we are moving lambs. Myself and this man Kean is on the go. He's giving me a hand. Last field of grass here, this hill, and it runs over the back as well. With the fencing rigs set up here, quad posts, wire. We have a good bit of fencing to do in this field. I'm not going to show you much of that because we've done a right bit of it. The main man is on the way. He'll be here shortly, we'll say. The lambs are just over that hedge there. We'll get a bit of wire up here first.
Yeah.
Well, you're welcome, Robbie.
Oh, very welcome.
You're equipped. Two of us are equipped for the wet weather now.
Yeah.
And no sign of it.
No, well, you didn't put on. I didn't put them on either.
Yeah. You're well rested.
I am.
Yeah. No rest for the wicked, I always say. Now, we have a fence up anyway. You couldn't have timed it any better. He landed and he gives a hand. We're after getting the fence up here. Next job is get some lambs moved here. We'll see how that goes. With Pop's on the go here. I don't know what she's been at, but she's been rolling in muck and she's filthy. But a hound, look at the hound.
Bag
no morals at all, look at that.
No, and we have no bag with us, so we'll blame ourselves as well.
Yeah, I will not panic. Right, well, so look, we'll go and gather up a few lambs here, see how that goes. So you see the cull here have actually done really well. These are cull that were not fit for the factory, and they have done extremely well. In actual fact, the lambs have done well too. Good sign when you can see them skipping. I'm a bit nervous. I was a bit liver fluke. We are heading for 7 weeks since they were dosed before. It's been mild, it's been wet, muddy conditions, great for fluke. And I was talking to a farmer who had casualties and losses from fluke, so it's there. He's not too far away. He found 4 dead sheep one day and he got it confirmed in the lab. It was liver fluke, and he actually had a bit of rumen fluke as well, so it's definitely a problem. But thankfully, you'll see actually I had a casualty here. I'll just give you a glimpse of her. She was the one on the tail of the moving video, the Christmas special moving video. The kind of pinish one we call her, or thinnish one at the tail. And I found her yesterday on this bit of ground and she was dead. Unfortunately, she was dead. It's the first show I've lost in a while, but she was starting to smell a bit. And then of course over the Christmas, New Year's holiday period, the labs are closed. So I couldn't really get a post-mortem done, just to see maybe was it liver fluke. But a really thin, kind of a sickly sheep like that, it can be anything. So if I had another casualty, I would definitely be going to the lab straight away. But my intention is hit these with a fluke dose before we move them on to this next bit of ground, the ground where the gates of hell are. It's a good fleece of grass and that. But we have, I think, the month of January, so I was all ready to move these. Fence up. Robbie and Kean, Pops, sheep all ready to go. We're just going to let them out the gap here. But when I'm in this field and you look at the mat of grass on it, it really is a shame to move them off it. So I was talking to the farmer and he said, look, if they're not making a mess, we leave them on it for another couple of days, which is great. You can see kind of these muddy tracks on it, but they're not really doing any harm at all. So it really, what the farmer wants me here for is to get rid of that mat of grass. So I think another couple of days we'll manage that. So happy days, bought myself a couple of days, so we're going to leave them here. At least we have our fence up so I can come down myself and move these whenever I get the call. And I know there's rain coming tomorrow, so I would say by tomorrow evening I'd be getting a call to move them, the last move on this spot. So anyway, we'll head on to the next job. This spot we're in might look familiar. This is the place in last week's video where myself and Robbie and Kean and Donncha and Fia,
no bother whatsoever,
ran the sheep up into this field. And if you remember right, there was super grass on it. I think I give a bit of an explanation about the type of grass that was on it with the poor sole on it. I think it's called a tetraploid, and I said it wouldn't last the sheep very long. Oh God, it's going to be hard to keep these fed for the winter. They have just decimated this field, wiped the grass out of it. But oddly enough, it's one of them fields in a week or 10 days time there'd actually be a green haze off this field again. And I actually remember last year we ate this field first for the farmer, and by the time we had finished all his grazing, he said you could nearly eat this field again. It's so fast at growing, it's unbelievable. So you might just spy the main man somewhere over here. He's on a bit of a head start. He's gathering up wire. we're getting ready to gather wire. We have to lift this wire. We just need a small bit of it. We're actually moving over to not this field, but this one here. There's a block of ground that runs down there. So we have to run them out over the road. One thing's for sure, it will not be hard to move these sheep. A couple of calls and they'll be down to the gap in a minute. Hey, the main man is just landing here. Robbie, you're very welcome.
Oh, yeah, welcome too.
Happy New Year.
Same to you.
We're into early January now and we are just back on the winter grazing
The
job.
show
here.
is on.
Yeah, Robbie came over for the inspection and you reckon they need moving?
I think consultant, yeah.
Yeah. I think you're not wrong. It wasn't a hard call to make now.
Not at all.
Yeah, so
Not at all.
right, and I think the sheep know that we're about to move them. So anyway, you're sorting out the fence there. We're going to lift this fence. You got a bit of shock therapy already?
Three
belts for that already.
And then you talk about it's not on, you don't to hold it for a minute.
Yeah. It'll remind you that you're alive anyway. Right, when we get these moved before they move themselves. Yeah, we'll open the wire here and we're heading them up the road up this way here. So the gate's just down here. We're going to open the wire. The two of us will be out on the road and Pops will bring them on, but there'll be no bother getting them out now. Yeah, have your off here? You have? No, you're still working on it live. That's like an ESP job you're at. Yeah, that was Robbie's old job. He worked on the 20,000 volts live.
Rubber gloves.
Yeah. You're only working on 10 now, but there's no rubber gloves on this job. Right, when we get this wire lifted, look at these ladies here. They know it's time for fresh grass. So
We'll lift that out.
These ladies won't be hard to move. There we go. Come on. Come on. Come on. There. Come on. Come on. Hope there's no cars coming now. No, we're okay. We're okay with the combo here. My Land Cruiser's down here. And sheep mad to go. Come on, up you go. Yup. Come on. Good dog, Pops. Here, come by, bring them on. Good dog. Come on. Up. Lovely job. Lovely job. Up, out. No bother, Robbie. Yeah. Quite happy sheep to get on a bit of grass.
Are you going to fence this now?
We've only a couple of bits of fence. We've only, I'd say, about 100 metres. But we lift all the wire in this field. Well, what do you have with the pole?
Well, the pole is just insulator.
Huh? Oh, that was for when handling the live wire. That's an old ESP, a switching rod they call that, was it? Yeah. Fiberglass pole. So you're working on the fence here with that here.
I was actually, I didn't switch it out.
Yeah, good man, working live. You only got 3 shocks.
Last year when you put up your fence, all got out here. Yeah.
Oh, that's right, that's right. Yeah, they got out, they broke out of this field last year. Same crack though, got into a mess. Really wet weather though. Been a lot of rain. Job done. Gather posts next. Can't beat the combo. We've all gathered up.
All ready for the rock.
Right, daylight will bait us.
Well, but
Usual crack, we'll finish in the dark. We'll not be long.
well, you have,
Right, so you bring the van up, I'll drive this truck up. Lovely job. Now, that is a bit of fence done here. So, just see a wee spot with a few rushes here. Doesn't take a lot to suck the power out of these battery fences, so just move that, pull off these rushes here. There we go, that's that sorted. Right, the short one, it's just up to, just to the right hand side of that pylon up there. We've got our fence on here. Lovely job. Okay, so the main man is just up here putting up a bit of wire himself, so we'll go up and have a chat with him, see how he's on. Just when I was about to pull off there, I was having a look at my camera and checking something. I yanked up the gear change, and I might have explained this in a previous video. I hopped her out of gear, if you can see that now. Hopped her out of gear. So the little lug I had welded on here to stop that from coming up. Simple little thing, actually broke off. But I think I mentioned to you before about this wee device I have kind of sitting on the side of the bike. So this is actually for getting it back into gear. So look, I'll see if I can do it here. It's not easy, but we'll try it here. The hardest part of this is actually finding the piece that I have to lift up, but I think I have it. Yeah, I have it here. Oh, I'm after losing it now. Ah, you tramp, you. Right, that's it, back into gear. Oh Christ, not a simple job, but I have it sorted. Really need to get a more permanent fix on that. The amount I'm using this quad over the winter for this fencing job, I really need it running a bit better than this. So I'm going to have to spend a bit of time on it. We'll work on that in the next week or so. Anyway, we'll get this oil cap back in. How you going, Robbie? Daylight's starting to beat us now, but the battle is nearly won.
Heading step on the donkey, kid.
Now you have it, yeah. Yeah, a bit of a stretch now, is that?
Oh, quit.
Hard to beat. Our days.
10 minutes.
Yeah, our days are getting longer now, and it's nice. We need it. We need every bit of it this time of year.
That was the transformer. I didn't connect it.
Yeah.
Busy day.
Yeah, I'd say that was a half day Friday, early finish job,
Jesus,
was it? Yeah. Who knows? Who knows?
When you had to go back to fix it.
Yeah. Well, I had some quad trouble, but if that's sorted,
Oh.
I have my fence up, you have your fence up. We are going to head on to another job here. My neighbour Fergal is back. You might have seen Fergal in the last video where he helped us move them sheep. You started lambing your Suffolks?
Lambing up and running, yeah.
Yeah.
All good so far. We've a mammy that's just not that agreeable. So
yes, that can happen, yeah.
we're going to...
She was a little bit tougher at the lambing.
yes,
yeah.
big lamb, blah, blah,
I've
blah.
often seen them here myself where a tough lambing and not that interested in lamb. So
No.
you're over to borrow a weapon of a
Yes.
thing here that might solve your problem.
Might cure our problem.
Yeah, it wants the headstock.
Stand
Funny
for
enough,
lamb.
I was using that on and off myself when I didn't have a Foster and Crate spare.
Yeah.
Stick your sheep in that and sure. Your lamb is mad to suck.
Oh, lamb's
but
mad to
mammy-
suck and got aqua water this morning as well, but
Very good.
we'll put a little bit of a constraint on mammy for a few minutes.
Yeah, mammy's not that interested, but I've often found if the lamb sucks mammy and mammy starts to realise that her lamb is sucking, she'll fall in
She'll
love.
settle down, yeah.
She'll settle,
She's
she'll
no
settle.
interest at the minute, but she will.
Well, sure, send us the snap and let us know how
We
you
will. We took the headstock just to bring out mammy. She's feeling it now.
It's early on a very frosty, cold morning. I've Kean with me here. We're just actually on our way to Sheeta's shed. This wagon roof shed that you might have seen me mentioning before. But time to get these lambs moved. We're just on this bit of ground. This was the field of grass I put them in. I think it was Christmas Eve or the day before in preparation for Christmas. And there was a fleece of grass on it. Started to get a bit messy. The farmer wanted to get them moved, but it wasn't really eating. So we got holding on for another couple of days. But definitely time to get them moved now. Hard to show you the tracks, you might say. You might put up the drone and you might be able to see some of the tracks on it. We've pops on the go out here. Let's get them moved. So you'll just see where the sheep were actually lying here. You see where each one was lying. the little spots where the frost has melted. But it's not that terrible well eaten out this field. You'll see there's still quite a bit of grass on the field. But farmer wants to move, which is understandable. They're starting to track it a little bit over and back. And here's our batch of sheep coming now. Sun just coming up there. Come on. So hopefully they'll follow me out. Again, a benefit of the cull ewes in with the ewe lambs. More civilised. The sheep will come when they're called. The lambs wouldn't be that terrible used to it. You see a couple of the cull ewes in the front here coming. Come on, ladies. Come on. No problem moving these ewes. Now. Right, all lambs out. Two-handed, one camera, GoPro in this hand and controls for the drone in this hand. Not easy, but an easy enough move. Thankfully the sheep were handy enough move. Might get a week out of this. There's this field we're in here, so this field we're in, plus just across the hill there. So just across that hill, there's another field as well. I'm not sure, it would be 8, maybe 10 acres on it. But these sheep should be happy here now, so happy days, happy days. So a little bit of wire to stick up here. Kean's just working on that there and get this fence back on. Oh, we cancelled that. We might buy another little bit of time here. You hear the beeping there on the sound. That's actually the battery in the drone. Batteries don't last that terribly long in this really cold weather. That's the problem with these lithium-ion batteries. You'll find your phone, even your phone doesn't last as long. But the GoPros and the DJI drone here do not like the cold weather. You often wonder how these electric cars operate in the cold weather. Surely they're going to lose a little bit of the efficiency. That is it. We're going to leave it there for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Over and out.